Hello all, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn about non-concurrent force system. So these are the topics that we are going to learn in this video. First of all, non-concurrent means, as we know, that all the forces or line of action of forces doesn't meet at common point. Then moment means if we apply one force to an object and the object starts to rotate, means that effect of the force is called as moment. For example, uh, this is a seesaw. This is a center point. One more thing is the movement has two direction, counterclockwise and clockwise in directions. See, in this point, one guy is sitting here. So weight of weight 100 kg, and he is sitting just 1 meter from the center. Means obviously this guy will try to rotate the seesaw in this direction, that is counterclockwise direction, about this point. So this effect is called moment because the weight is a force that try to move the seesaw in counterclockwise, that is a rotation. So this is a moment. Let's say another guy is here, is sitting, is just exactly 2 meters from here, and his weight is 50 kg. He will try to rotate this seesaw in this direction, clockwise, and this guy is try to move the seesaw in counterclockwise. If these values are accurate, means this seesaw would remain in equilibrium, which means line and straight line. Why? Because means the movement created by him and him would be the same. How it's same? Because movement is calculated by the formula of force into distance, and here distance means distance between the center point and the perpendicular distance to the force. See, this guy is here, means his force will act, that is self weight act in this direction, and center point is here, and perpendicular to that, that is 90 degree. This is called as D. And if you see another guy, its force act in this directions, F2, and the center point, his distance would be D2. Consider this is as D1. If you calculate F1 into D1, that is momentum of the body 1, it would be 100 into 100. Calculate for a second of jet F2 into D2, that momentum of body 2, that is 50 into distance 2, which is also 100. Unit of this Newton into meter. See, that's 100 is in mass, so force means we have to enter gravity, so it's 100g, 50g, here 100g. G is nothing but the acceleration due to gravity, 9.81 the value. So here if you see that m1 equal to m2, that's why that seesaw is remain at equilibrium. The same thing if you see this spanner setup, the amount of force, amount of moment acting on this bolt is totally dependent on two variables, that is the force and the distance. So if you want to calculate the moment of the spanner at the bolt, means nothing but force into this distance. So this is all about movement. I hope you would understand this. And couple is nothing but it's a type of movement. As a name implies, it has two parallel forces that acts equal in magnitude, opposite in directions, and do not share a line of action. For example, two forces like this, F, F. Both have same value, which is parallel to each other, but do not share a line of action. So one thing about couple is it doesn't produce any translation. If one couple is acting on a body means it won't move either. It will rotate, but it won't move in x or y directions. So that's why the resultant force of a couple is zero. For example, if you take this steering, one force is applied in this direction, another force is applied in this directions. The distance between this center point would be d. Here also it's a d. So it will cause the steering to rotate only. This steering won't move either this direction or this direction. Only the rotation would be there. That's a couple. So if you want to calculate, like this is a, let's say this is d by 2. This is also d by 2. The formula to calculate the couple is this force into distance. That is d by 2 plus d by 2. That is d. Because two moment is created. One is on by this force, another one is by this force. So if you add these two things, you will get like F into D as a couple value. This is also has the same unit Newton per meter as